Depression in cats is real. It's documented. It's diagnosable. And according to veterinary behaviorists, it's dramatically underreported because most owners confuse the symptoms with a cat being calm or independent. Your cat may be struggling right now, and the signs are heartbreakingly easy to miss. What feline depression actually is. Let's start by establishing what we're actually talking about, because feline depression is not just a cat being in a mood. Veterinary behaviorists use the term behavioral depression to describe a state in which a cat experiences prolonged reduction in activity, interest, and emotional engagement with their environment. It has identifiable triggers, measurable behavioral markers, and real physiological components, including changes in cortisol levels, serotonin activity, and immune function. The confusion happens because cats are naturally stoic. They evolved to mask vulnerability. A cat in pain will still eat. Sometimes. A cat in distress will still use the litter box. Sometimes. The symptoms of depression in cats don't announce themselves loudly. They seep in gradually, blending so seamlessly with what we think of as normal cat behavior that weeks or months can pass before an owner realizes something is genuinely wrong. The 10 signs we're about to cover are the ones veterinary behaviorists specifically flag as high priority. Some are subtle. Some seem contradictory. All of them are real. Grooming, appetite, and sleep. Sign 1. Changes in grooming. A healthy cat grooms regularly and consistently. If you notice your cat is suddenly over-grooming, licking the same patches of fur repeatedly, sometimes to the point of creating bald spots, that is a stress and anxiety response known as psychogenic alopecia. Conversely, if your cat has started grooming less, leaving their coat looking dull, matted, or oily in areas they used to maintain carefully, that is equally concerning. Both ends of the grooming spectrum signal emotional dysregulation. Sign 2. Appetite changes beyond normal variation. All cats have meal preferences and occasional picky days. What we're looking for here is sustained change over multiple days. A depressed cat may eat significantly less, lose interest in food they previously loved, or stop coming to the food bowl at normal times. Some cats, interestingly, go the other direction, eating compulsively as a comfort response. Neither end of the spectrum is healthy. If your cat's eating patterns have shifted noticeably for more than 3 to 4 days, document it and watch carefully. Sign 3. Sleep pattern changes beyond baseline. Yes, cats sleep a lot. The average healthy adult cat sleeps 12 to 16 hours per day. But there's a difference between a cat who sleeps and wakes in normal cycles versus one who seems to sleep almost continuously and is uninterested in waking up even for things they used to respond to. Feeding sounds, the rustle of a treat bag, you coming home. Hypersomnia in cats, sleeping more than biologically necessary, is a real documented symptom of depression, the same as in humans. Hiding and reduced vocalization. Sign 4. Hiding more than usual. Some cats are naturally more reclusive. You know your cat's baseline. What we're watching for is a change from that baseline. A cat who was social and is now spending entire days under the bed, in the back of a closet, or behind furniture they never used before. Hiding is a feline survival mechanism. When a cat feels physically vulnerable or emotionally overwhelmed, they retreat to small, enclosed spaces. These spaces feel defensible. They feel safe. The instinct to hide when something is wrong is so deeply embedded that it's one of the first behavioral indicators vets look for when assessing feline distress. The key word again is change. If your sociable, curious cat has started hiding for extended periods, something has shifted. Sign 5. Decreased or absent vocalization. If you have a chatty cat, one who greets you at the door, narrates their day, meows for attention, and that vocal behavior has quieted significantly without an obvious environmental explanation, pay attention. Cats who are depressed often become quieter. The greeting meows stop. The "feed me" sounds fade. The chirping at birds outside goes silent. Again, the inverse can also be a sign. Some depressed or cognitively declining cats increase vocalization, particularly at night. This is especially common in senior cats and may indicate disorientation or distress rather than healthy communication. Play and human connection. Sign 6. Loss of interest in play. Play behavior in cats is not just entertainment. It is an expression of neurological health, predatory drive, and emotional engagement with the world. A cat who has stopped playing, not because they're aging, but because the motivation has simply evaporated, is displaying one of the clearest indicators of depression in the veterinary literature. Bring out their favorite toy, the feather wand that used to send them into a frenzy. If you get no response, or a half-hearted swipe followed by immediate disengagement, note it. One bad day isn't a crisis. 3 weeks of zero play interest is a pattern worth addressing. Sign 7. Decreased response to their human. Your cat knows you. They know your voice, your footsteps, your smell. A healthy bonded cat will orient toward you when you enter the room, even if they don't always run to you. They'll lift their head. Their ears will swivel. There's an aliveness to their response. A depressed cat may stop responding. You walk in, call their name, nothing. You sit beside them, and they don't lean into you the way they used to. They're present but absent at the same time. This is not attitude. This is withdrawal. And it mirrors human depression so closely that it should be taken just as seriously. Aggression and litter box changes. Sign 8. Sudden aggression spikes. This one surprises people. Depression doesn't always look like sadness. In cats, and this parallels what we see in depressed humans who present with irritability rather than low mood, depression can manifest as increased aggression. A cat who becomes suddenly more reactive, who swats or hisses in situations they previously tolerated, may be expressing emotional distress through the behavioral language available to them. Before assuming your cat has simply gotten mean, consider what changed. New pet in the house. New baby. You started working longer hours. Moved furniture. Changed their food. Any disruption to a cat's environment or social structure can trigger a depressive-like response that looks, on the outside, like aggression. Sign 9. Litter box behavioral changes. Litter box problems have multiple possible causes: medical, environmental, and psychological. But in the context of ruling out a UTI or other physical issue, a cat who starts going outside the box, or who changes their elimination patterns dramatically, may be communicating anxiety and distress. Paying attention to the litter box is never glamorous, but it is genuinely one of the most informative windows into your cat's internal state. Changes here always warrant attention, and always warrant a vet conversation if they persist. The one that looks like contentment. Sign 10. This is the one that is hardest to catch. A depressed cat who has withdrawn completely will sometimes settle into a pattern of stillness that looks, on the surface, like a cat at peace. They're not hiding dramatically. They're not howling or refusing food entirely. They're just present, still, quiet. They sit in one place for hours. They look out the window without really watching. They accept petting passively, without engagement. Owners describe this stage as, "My cat has finally calmed down," or "She's just chilling more as she gets older." But this flatness, this absence of curiosity, engagement, and spark, is not peace. It is the cat equivalent of what clinicians call anhedonia in humans, the inability to feel pleasure or interest in things that previously brought joy. It looks like acceptance. It is not acceptance. It is shutdown. If your cat used to be curious about a rustling bag, interested in looking out windows, engaged when you came home, and now they simply sit unmoved by all of it, please take that seriously. Causes and what actually helps. So what causes feline depression? The most common triggers are the loss of a companion, either another pet or a human they were bonded to, a significant change in routine, including a new baby, a new pet, or an owner working different hours, chronic pain or undiagnosed illness, which is why a vet visit is always the first step, chronic boredom in an understimulating environment, and social conflict with another pet in the home. What vets recommend? First, a full health screening. Rule out physical causes before attributing anything to behavioral or emotional roots. Hypothyroidism, kidney disease, dental pain, and arthritis can all produce behavioral symptoms that look like depression. Second, environmental enrichment. Not random toys left on the floor, but active engagement. 15 minutes of focused play with a wand toy, twice a day, produces measurable behavioral improvement in cats showing depressive symptoms. The stimulation of the predatory sequence, stalk, chase, pounce, catch, is neurologically activating in a way that passive toys are not. Third, vertical space. Cats who feel unsafe or crowded will retreat. Adding cat trees, shelves, or elevated hiding spots gives them a sense of control over their environment that directly reduces anxiety. Fourth, if there has been a loss, give them time and increased engagement, not isolation. Some cats do grieve. Sitting with them, maintaining routine, and providing extra gentle interaction during the transition is the feline equivalent of grief support. And if you implement all of this and see no improvement within 2 to 3 weeks, talk to your vet about behavioral medication. Feline SSRIs and other interventions exist and work. There is no shame in using them. Depression in cats is real, it's underdiagnosed, and it's treatable. The hardest part is recognizing it, because cats are so good at hiding distress, and we are so good at explaining it away. If even 2 or 3 of these signs resonated with you, that's worth a closer look. Not with anxiety, with attention and care. Screenshot this video and share it with one cat owner you know. It could genuinely change their cat's life.